Welcome back to the Messy Success Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Henson, and today I am going to be sharing another behind the scenes Facebook Live with you from inside our community called the Community Builder on Facebook. So inside the Community Builder, I go live pretty much every week and I'm sharing some kind of tip, trick, or something that I have learned. And this specific episode, I am going to be talking about how to get screenshot worthy content inside your Facebook group. This is a really good one. So get ready to take some notes or some mental notes. If you're out walking, you're going to love it. And if you want to join us inside, all you have to do is go to Facebook and search for the Community Builder, or you can download our free conversation starters, and that actually also has some information on how to get screenshot worthy content. All right, are you guys ready? And if you're wondering what I mean by screenshot worthy content, that's like reviews and testimonials or people bragging about you or the community in a way that you can share it, right? Have you seen other businesses sharing beautiful screenshots and content that's happening in their group? And you might be sitting back wondering, why don't I have any of these amazing screenshots? Well, I am going to show you how. I'm here. I'm excited. I love that Quinn asked her question about getting reviews from your group because that's the perfect topic for today. Because even though you guys have the freebie that talks about, kind of these 5 ways of getting screenshot worthy moments inside your group, I realized we hadn't really talked about it on one of our Friday lives. So let's talk about gathering reviews and how to get screenshot worthy moments inside your Facebook group. Happy Friday. If you're new here, welcome. I know some of you were added by friends. Some of you guys stumbled across this group. Who knows how? I'd love to hear how. And you might not have grabbed the free guide yet. So that's why I put that link here, because a lot of times I'm referencing it in these Friday lives, so that way you guys have it. So definitely say hello if you're new here. My name is Elizabeth Henson. I started a journey in community management and customer service after being a photographer for, 9 years now, and started working in community management for 6 and 7 and 8-figure companies. And I was helping them inside their Facebook groups, and I learned so much. I was already kind of the go-to community builder, networker. Community and leadership was kind of what I was building myself up as. And then realized very quickly, people don't wake up in the morning like, oh, I need some community building and leadership today. But they do wake up in the morning saying, my Facebook group has not seeing the engagement that I would like, or my Facebook group is asleep, or I can't get anyone to join my Facebook group, or now that they're here, I don't know what to say. Those are real kind of daily headaches that people have that I was realizing that I could help solve, and help solve in a much different way than what the masses are doing. So that is how this group came to be. I said, you know what? I'm doing this for all these other people. I want to be able to model the things that I can now teach and just start my own, right? And have my own community about Facebook communities. So my goal for you guys, if you're in the Growth Lab, I'm casting the vision, by the way, is that you guys can come to this group every day, a couple times a week, once a month, who cares? But that you get fresh ideas for your Facebook group. When you're like, oh my gosh, I have not posted in my group this week, come to this group, grab some quick inspiration, and I promise you will walk away with engagement driving things to say. Hi, Quinn. I'm going to talk about your question in just a second. So that is why this group is here. I want you guys to literally just take or leave, copycat. I don't care. Everything that I'm doing, grab questions that you like, conversation starters. My free guide has 25 conversation starters that actually work. And just let this be your place of inspiration when you feel like your group is in a rut. Ask questions, share your wins, network. I'm really wanting this to be a place where you guys are meeting each other, and I'm tagging all my friends who I know what they do. And that's why it's important to show up in groups like this and remind us what you do, who you are, what you serve, what problem you solve, right? Constantly introduce yourself and remind us so that we can tag you when it's appropriate. But most importantly, I want this to be a place that you get refreshing energy for your group. Hey, Marvin. Oh, Marvin, I'm so glad. Speaking of screenshot worthy moments, you're such a doll baby. I love you. And Quinn, you too. You guys have been such rock stars, and that's why you're seeing the results that you're seeing, is because you're taking that 5 minutes a day to just come and check in and see what is new here. And it's not just me. You guys are bringing the fire, and I'm just, I'm having this moment of gratitude of like, I almost was going to be like, I'm not going to go live today. I've got all these appointments. They'll be okay. And I'm having this overwhelming feeling of gratitude that I showed up for you guys because you guys are showing up for me. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get started. If you're new, say hi. If you're live, say hi. Quinn had a question about gathering reviews from her group. And specifically for her case, she wants to write, I'm guessing, a grant or look for some funding. So there's even a bigger why. Like, Quinn's not just looking for, I want, to brag about my group. She's like, there's a bigger reason and a bigger purpose. So Quinn, like I shared in the comments, I do think this is a great opportunity for you to cast the vision and let them know that I'm on a mission that's actually beyond the walls of this group. And I'm going to be looking to bigger sources for funding. And if you guys could provide any kind of testimonial that would help that case and help this bigger movement that we're all a part of to get more children reading inside their homes, then, here's a form for you to fill out. And I'm going to pick someone at random and, give a $5 Starbucks gift card or something like that. People love incentives, but people really also love to be part of something that's bigger than them. So Quinn, that's my advice, and just make it as easy for them as possible. So when I used to ask people for reviews, I would just send an email. Hey, can you guys send me a review real quick? And I still do that sometimes with some of my close friends, but you want to make it really easy. So do a type form or a Google Doc that kind of does like a fill in the blank. Make them think as little as possible. Because another thing that will happen if you don't give people direction is some people can be really long-winded, and you'll get this like paragraph that is so amazing and brags about you, but when someone else is reading it, they can't see the punchline, right? Because it's just like, oh my gosh, so when I met Quinn, like I was going through this really hard time in my life, and she walked in and she made everything better, and my 3 kids were doing this and then this, like there's kind of a story, right? You want that golden egg statement. So if you map that out for them of like, my life before Quinn and her Facebook group looked like blank, 3 months later, it looked like blank, or my biggest takeaways were, but kind of give them like a Mad Libs fill in the blank in different ways of speaking to a transformation. And that's going to give you really great actual testimonials. And then you can always leave a place that's like, what else would you like me to know? Like, let them tell those beautiful stories. But when it comes to your website or, writing a grant, you want to make sure that you're not just speaking to like, I make people happy, but the actual transformation that you provide. So Quinn, let me know if you need any more examples. Hopefully that gets your wheels turning. Asking them like, what's your biggest win that you've had from working with me or being in the group? What are your 3 favorite takeaways? What's one thing you'd like to see more of? Really simple questions. Okay, Keldy says this is a good reminder to just show up in my group. Yes, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Keldy, 100%. And I totally showed up today. I was like, it's going to be so short. It's going to be like 7 minutes. But y'all are here. So, like, watch me talk for 30 minutes because y'all are here making my day. Hey, Angie. Okay, so that is my advice on collecting reviews. Videos are awesome too. It's a little bit of a bigger ask, but there's really cool programs that you can use, like Video Ask, or my really good friends, I'll just be like, hey, can you text me like a 5 minute, or not five, like a 1 minute video real quick, and they'll do it. But Quinn, start with a form and let us know how that goes. Circle back and let us know how it goes. Now, that's one of the 5 ways to get screenshot worthy moments. So let's take that in to, okay, good. Quinn, I'm so glad. Let's take that into how to get screenshot worthy moments. And this is one of those things that's like, people are like, man, I have this Facebook group and nobody ever says anything that's like, how are you guys getting all these screenshot worthy moments, right? Like you see all these people getting screenshot worthy moments. So I have broken this down into like actionable things that you can do to get these types of comments. Because even though Marvin already gave me a screenshot worthy moment that was unsolicited, all right, some of us have to work hard. The first one is to give them a task like I just did with Quinn, and then say, circle back and let us know how it goes, right? Hey, Keldy, go try this on. Go live in your group, even if it's just 5 minutes. Circle back and tell us how you feel, okay? Not everyone's going to do it, but more people are going to do it if you ask that than if you don't, right? Like 0 people are going to do it if we don't make that ask and let them know that this is a safe place to circle back and give feedback. Even if it doesn't go well, if Keldy goes live in her group today and nobody shows up, that's fine. Circle back and let us know, and we'll help you figure out how to get people to show up the next time, right? It doesn't always have to be like golden feedback. Feedback is always good, right? So if you're making them feel safe to circle back with feedback, good, bad, negative, they're going to, obviously most of those are going to be good. Marvin said, if you need more, let me know. Awesome. Marvin, you're the best. So that's the first one. Give them a task, anything, any kind of task. I used to run a lot of challenges in my group. Challenges are like a monthly challenge. And it wasn't for like launching. This was my paid community. And it would look like, go live with 3 people this month, and then circle back and let us know so we can show up and support you. Or, anything that like gets people that little bit uncomfortable, but moves the needle in their business, they're going to come back and thank you, right? Like Keldy's like, I don't feel like going live today, but I'm going to push her to be that little bit uncomfortable. And most likely she's going to come back and be like, I'm really glad I did that, right? Okay, so the first one is giving them a task, a challenge, whatever it might be, and then reminding them to circle back and let you know how it goes. The second one is super simple, but the second one is just to constantly express gratitude to them, right? If you have an opening statement, you guys, social proof, exactly like I did here, thanking you guys for showing up, you're going to get beautiful souls like Marvin who show up and extend that gratitude right back, because it's all law of attraction, right? So if your people aren't thanking you for your energy, if they're not thanking you for showing up, did you open and thank them for their energy, right? Like I started putting at the bottom of my emails, like, thank you so much for your time and energy or whatever, because I mean it, right? Like I mean it. I get so cranky when people just ignore my emails altogether. Right. And I don't mean the emails I'm sending y'all. I mean like actual human to human emails, like with a client or something, right? Like I'm starting to at the bottom say thank you for your time and energy, right? Quinn said we do a monthly stop, drop, read challenge. Yeah, exactly. Come back, tell us what they read. But I should ask 100%, how did it make you feel? Totally, Quinn, that's beautiful. That how it made them feel question needs to be in our daily, weekly plan of how we show up in our group. Good. Okay. Yay, Keldy. Okay. So gratitude. I know, but it's just crucial. Okay, gratitude, way of being. We've talked about how community building is a way of being, so that's part of it. The next one is asking them to share wins. And I know this is done in a lot of groups, but when you are mastering this way of being, right? When you say share a win, when I say, Quinn, give me a win, she knows I mean it. It's not just like win Wednesdays, share your win below. Like, have some conviction, like mean it. And they're going to tell you some wins. Some may have nothing to do with your group, but that's kind of the point. But then some of them will have something to do with the group or something that you taught them. So if I was to do like a win post tomorrow, Keldy might be able to circle back and say, I actually went live yesterday, right? Because we're having these conversations and we're developing these relationships that if we talked about a struggle 3 days ago, or even Quinn today talking about this process of getting reviews, and then I ask for wins next week, she might be like, oh, shoot, I want to remind Liz that I did this and it worked, right? So asking them to share wins in lots of different authentic ways, not just like an automated, it's Wednesday, let's share our wins type of energy. Okay, the fourth one is ask them something that they overcame recently. And again, this might have nothing to do with you or the group, and that's amazing because you're getting to learn about your members. But some of them might say something that's relevant or screenshot worthy, right? For example, like someone might say, you know what, I was having a really hard time with this client, but I remembered what you said about X, Y, and Z, and this is how it turned out. Something that they overcame, right? So that's another way to ask a question that's like a win, but that might have a story or might have something screenshot worthy. And it might be like, I overcame my kid not napping today. But that is awesome because now you know that that person has a kid that didn't nap and you can support them in that journey, whatever that looks like. And then the last one is, you guys know one of my core values is shining the light on others. So if you are constantly shining the light on your community as a whole, on individuals inside the group and outside the group, they're going to be more likely to do the same for you, right? Like if I am constantly tagging and giving shout outs and whatever it might be, law of attraction says they're going to be more likely to do that for us too, right? And if there's no attachment here, right? It all negates and goes away when you're like, hi, shouted out Quinn today and nothing happened. Like that is not how law of attraction works, you guys. It has to be that way of being, okay? So just to circle back, the 5 ways to get screenshot worthy responses: give them a task, ask them to circle back. Gratitude, thank them every single moment you can for their time and energy and what they bring to your group. Ask them to share wins. Ask them to share something that they overcame. And then don't forget to shine the light on them as well. And it works, I promise. I've had screenshot worthy moments in here from day one. And you better believe when I opened this group, I had all the fears of like, okay, I'm like teaching other people how to do this and they're big groups. What if nobody joins my group? Are people going to think I'm a fraud, right? Like I'm a human being. But what separates, leadership skills in those moments is like, so Liz, so what if nobody shows up? So what if there's only 50 people in the group? What are you making that mean? Can you impact those 50 people? Well, heck yes, I can. That's all that matters, right? Okay. So if you joined the Community Growth Lab last month, the end of last month, the last module is getting uploaded on Tuesday. So everything is in there except for the last module. So make sure that you guys are diving in there. I sent an email. Feel free to give me your feedback on the content. The reason I haven't been sending a ton of reminders is because this is not going to be a drip model course moving forward. It's just going to be like, you pay for it, you get access to everything. So that's why I didn't set that up as a system or process. But I did send you an email halfway through. Hey, we're halfway. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. But thank you guys for your time and energy for being those beta founding members. The last module is on Tuesday. I am incredibly proud of it so far. I just added in the dashboard examples of how I get leads in other Facebook groups. And I know you guys have asked a lot of questions about like, well, what groups do I join? What do I say when I'm in the other groups? So there are actual screenshots of how I engage in other groups and when it works and I get leads. So I'm screenshotting those moments and they are all in your dashboard now, which is super cool. And I'm going to be adding as I get more. I spent a solid 20 minutes yesterday and it was a quiet day on Facebook. So I didn't have anything to screenshot yesterday, but we'll see. Sometimes the posts resurface. All right, a little bit of an awkward transition there, but I hope that was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to join us inside the Community Builder if you have a Facebook community or you're thinking about having a Facebook community. And we have a brand new 10-minute webinar that you can watch if you want to figure out what stage of community building you're in. And it's super easy to find. You just go to elizabethhenson.co/grow. You can watch that very quick 10-minute webinar, find out exactly what stage of community building you're in, and how to take action and help level you up to the next stage of community building. So we'll see you inside the Community Builder. Thank you for listening to the Messy Success Podcast. You guys are amazing. Sorry, Luna is stepping on a bunch of papers. And I will see you guys soon.